Hello and welcome to Go Prince George. I'm your host Kaicea Pitts, and this week we're in for a real treat. I am getting my face done and I'm going to unleash my alter ego with some great Halloween makeup. All right, and we're joined here with Mandy Paavlova of MP Makeup Artistry. And Mandy, you were going to transform me today. So why do you love Halloween so much?
Oh, Halloween stems back to when I was probably a small child and we would spend hours planning Halloween costumes. And working in the film industry for about 8 years, I was known as the Gore Girl. And when we moved back to Prince George, I don't really have an opportunity to literally cover people in blood that often, so it's probably Halloween is I like it a little better than Christmas, so I go kind of all out at Halloween time, and it's my favorite holiday, so I love it. It's more than just candy. It's like what I start thinking about what my kids will be and what I'll be for Halloween in like September of the following year. So it's like I have usually about a year planning of what we're going to be for Halloween, and if I can, I'll make our costumes, and I don't know, I love Halloween.
That's amazing. I'm really looking forward for you to get started on me, especially now that I know you're a bit gory. Now, I have no idea what Mandy's going to do, so let's get started.
It's a little artist choice today.
Okay, so what are you going to do first?
I'm probably going to start with a base coat just to give you a little bit more paleage to your skin, and then we're going to go from there.
All right, go ahead.
On this side, sorry.
I'm already pretty pale, so.
You are pretty pale, so what I'm just going to do is I'm going to tap you out with a little bit of what's called, where is it? It's called Ultra White, and it's a Ben Nye product, which is a special effects makeup, and it's just going to pale you out just that much more.
Okay, let's.
And we'll use a pretty pink brush, because why not, right? I'll go back over here.
All right.
I know us pale girls, it's hard to make us paler, but it's possible.
It just feels like a normal powder.
Yeah, it basically is, but it has a white opaqueness to it. That just sort of takes away your life.
Very important for Halloween. All right, so Mandy's gonna continue doing this, and you guys can check out our very first story. Okay, so apparently I look pale, maybe undead, I don't know yet. So what are we doing next, Mandy?
So now we're going to go into what I call the design phase of the project. A lot of times I just kind of wing it. I have an idea in my head and it just sort of organically develops as I go. So this is either going to be totally awesome or it might be a little bit crazy. So you never know.
Crazy's good for Halloween.
Good. It's Halloween. You can't really go wrong with Halloween. I don't think there's any real rules, and other than just be safe. That's my biggest thing. So
excellent. Let's get started.
Perfect. Sounds good. I'm like, oh, I have to go to this side. Sorry.
No problem. So I know you kind of mentioned it at the start, but what's sort of your background? Because I know you've done a lot of work in the makeup and special effects industry.
Yeah, I started my career, I went to school in Toronto, a makeup school in Toronto, and I graduated top of my class, which was pretty awesome. And then after I finished school, I decided that I would venture off to Vancouver and hopefully work in the film industry, and I did for about 7 years. And while I was working in the film industry, I worked on tons of awesome projects, and I was just sort of starting to get into working on bigger projects, and then I decided that we wanted to have a family, and that seemed sort of the more important thing at that time, and it still is. My kids are kind of my priority. So my focus changed a little bit from more special effects, and I mostly do a lot of bridal and special events makeup now, which I absolutely love doing, which is kind of fun.
But I mean with Halloween, there's a little bit of an exception.
Halloween, I block off time. I'm like, okay, people, if you want to book me now, because I'm going to be fully booked. That's my goal. I think I have 1 or 2 spaces left on the 31st, and I love it. My clients, I think, feel the love that I have for Halloween, because I kind of help character develop sometimes, because they'll be like, oh, I want to do, this, or I want to be this for Halloween, and I kind of steer them towards something that maybe is a little more creative and not just like a sexy witch, or how about we do something a little bit crazier, or if clients have ideas, like, they've seen something and they would like me to recreate it. I tend to not want to copy someone else's work completely, but I can take the influence from it and then just make it my own kind of thing. So
that's awesome.
Which is kind of cool.
Well, I can feel some cold paint on my face, so I have no idea what's going on. I'm sure we're going to have a lot more done on my face after you guys check out our next story. So my eyes are a little bit watery right now, not going to lie. Mandy, I want to know, because you were mentioning it before, using safe paint on kids. I know that's a very important issue to you. So why is it?
Well, there is a lot of products in the market that are not designed for skin use. And my main thing is that if you're not using skin-safe products on your kids' faces, you could potentially be scarring them for life. Just because something is non-toxic does not mean it's meant for prolonged exposure on the skin. You should definitely use products that are designed as makeup products. There are some very affordable, inexpensive, locally purchasable makeups. Snazaroo is a fabulous face paint. You can get it at Michael's. Print out your 40% off coupon, go in there and pick it up. And honestly, it's a great product. I have it in my kit. There are product lines that you can order from as well that will give you also really great makeups. Ben Nye, Miron, Wolf, Tag. There's tons of products on the market. And I'm completely open to people emailing me and asking me questions of what I use, where to get it, because I want to help advocate for children who, a lot of times parents just assume that what a face painter is putting on their kid's face is safe and that their kid will be fine. Whereas in reality, there's no laws, there's no licenses required for face painters. And so a lot of times things will get put on the face that shouldn't be put on the face. Even like craft glitter is extremely dangerous because it's made out of metal fragments.
Oh.
Yeah, so you definitely want to use a cosmetic grade glitter. Wet n Wild makes a fabulous cosmetic grade glitter that you can pick up at any local drugstore, or the Halloween shops have them too. So you definitely want to have stuff that's made for skin.
Yeah.
That's my main thing. I don't know. I'm kind of the advocate for the little people.
Yeah. Well, that's great, because I'm sure a lot of people who are watching haven't even thought of that before.
Yeah. Well, and like things like art paint, for example. These are non-toxic, but they're made for paper. They're not made for skin. So you don't want to be putting watercolor paints on your skin, even though maybe you won't have a reaction, but maybe you will, and your child could end up with permanent scarring for the rest of their life. And just the whole emotion that goes along with that too is kind of terrifying. I've had kids who are like, oh, I don't like to be face painted, it makes me itchy. And it's probably because they've used a product, an improper product in the past.
Well, thank you. Yeah, thanks for all that information. I'll let people do some research while we check out what's coming up next. Okay, well, apparently I'm getting some finishing touches. And Mandy, I want to know, because this feels kind of crazy, what are some of the craziest makeup jobs you've done?
I did a Carrie a couple years ago, so I covered her in blood. I did a really cool werewolf a couple years ago where the client actually had custom werewolf fangs created, and that gave him a total werewolf appearance. I've covered people in paint from head to toe before in like a kind of a futuristic zombie bride kind of feel. That was really fun. I don't know, I've done so many crazy things. I try to steer clients away from like repeating stuff that I've done in the past, because I love to do new and come up with interesting new things to do. I don't know, I've done a ton of different sugar skulls are probably one of my more favorite things to paint, just because they're really unique. You can make each one different. Sorry, go in front.
No problem.
I mean, just a little more.
Well, clearly you have a lot of people who are in the spirit for Halloween.
I have the best clients, I truly do.
Nice. Well, I don't know what she's doing to my mouth. We're gonna have the big reveal coming up after our last story. I still have no idea what I look like, so I'm really looking forward for the reveal. But first, Mandy, if people want to get their makeup done, I know you have a couple spots left, so how can they contact you?
The best way to contact me is either email me at mpmakeupartistry@yahoo.ca or mpmakeup@shaw.ca, or find me on Facebook under MP Makeup Artistry Prince George and message me there.
Yeah. That's great. All right, so shall we reveal?
I think we should reveal.
Okay, I'll close my eyes.
Okay.
I'm so excited.
Put your hands on the counter.
Okay.
And then you can stand up. I don't know if you'll be able to see in the mirror. If not.
Okay, let's check it out. Oh my God! That's amazing! Oh, wow.
It's funny that you said you want to be a broken china doll before, and that's what I was planning on doing.
Oh my gosh, wow.
You're a bit of a zombie broken china doll.
I like this. Oh my gosh. So I have to go show the office now, so that's all for this week's episode of Go Prince George. If you have any questions or comments about our show, you can email us at go_princegeorge@shaw.ca. I'm your host, Kaicea Pitts, and until next time, thanks for watching.